today's session. So I will start with the basic topologies of the UPSs and the offerings that we are having in our HBN solutions. So it includes the line interactive topology, offline topology, as well as online topology. So we will see what all are the models that are included in this topology, as well as based on application also. We will see which of the models will fit on which kind of applications. So I'll start with the first slide. So it tells us about the basic parts of the UPS. So this is actually the what we call the basic parts involved in manufacturing a UPS. That is AC to DC converter. We will call it as a rectifier. It's a storage device where all the data of this UPS will be stored. The DC to AC converter, it is called as an inverter, and then a static switch. So one by one we will understand why these things are necessary in a UPS portfolio. So you can see there are two paths are indicated here. The dark path indicates then the when the UPS is working on the online mode. So it's when the UPS will be working on normal conditions, then this path will be followed. So in this slide, we will see why this AC to DC converter through rectifier and DC to AC converter through inverter is important current to pass. So we see that in the first stage, the AC is converted into DC. It is so because we have to charge the battery bank for the backup purpose, and the batteries is a source of a direct current, so it cannot be charged through alternating current. So just to charge the battery bank, we want a direct current power supply. So the AC which is coming from our wall outlet or from our building, we need to convert it to DC power through the rectifier. So this stage is done. So after the DC start charging the batteries, the battery holds the charge, and whenever there is a power cut, the battery start providing the power to the inverter section. So why we need a inverter section? So it's an electronic component which converts the DC current to AC current, that is direct current to alternating current, because the load, if we are talking about the load, it means whatever the equipments we are connected at the output of the UPS, either it's a server, either it's a computer, either it's any machine, they all require the alternating power supply for these operations. So they will not run on the direct current which will be provided by the battery bank. So we need a inverter section which will convert a direct current into alternating current. So hence it will be given to the load, and this whatever the equipment will be connected to our UPS, that will work without any further hassle. So in the starting of this session, I have told you that we are having a three topologies, that is standby, line interactive topology, and the double conversion topology. So we will see what does that line standby UPS topology tells us. We can see here there are two paths are indicated. One is a dark one and one is the dotted one. So dark one path indicates when the UPS is running on the normal mode or when the power supply is available. Then this path will be followed. So in standby topology, when the power supply is available, inverter section or the charger or the battery section of the UPS is not involved. So whatever the input power supply we are getting, the same after the filtration of the power supply we are getting at the output. So no any parts of the UPS is involved in this transmission. Whenever there is a power cut, then this path is followed. When the power supply is available, the battery charger was charging the battery. So when the power supply fails, the battery starts providing to the inverter to the AC power, and finally it is given to the load. Now we can see here there is a transfer of transmission of power. So when the power fails from online to battery or battery to online, there is a transfer of transmission of power. We call it as a transfer time. So please note it down. The standby topology, the UPS which are having a standby topology, they are having a transfer time of 7 to 8 millisecond. This is the reason we use such type of topology UPSs only for the basic purpose, either for our desktop computers, for our workstation computers. We will see in the next slides what for all applications we can use this topology UPSs. Next one is line interactive topology. So it clearly indicates, the green arrow indicates the whenever the UPS is working on a online mode, and the red indicates whenever the power cut is there and the battery is providing the power to the load. Whatever the impurities are present in our power supply, they filter the power supply and provide to the rectifier and inverter section of the UPS. So whenever there is a power cut, the inverter section converts the direct current to alternating current, and finally it is given to the load. So we see that the transmission of power in this topology is little minimized with respect to the standby topology, and that is the reason, please note down this point also. So that is the reason why this line interactive topology has a transfer time of 3 to 4 milliseconds. So in standby, we were having a transfer time of 7 to 8 millisecond. Line interactive, we are having a transfer time of 3 to 4 millisecond. So we can use line interactive topology UPS for little more advanced applications like mid-level of servers, routers, switches, or machines which can be used for such kind of power supply. So finally, the double conversion online UPSs. So all our online UPSs, either it's a APC SRV series UPS or Luminous LD series UPS, they are all manufactured on this topology of the UPS. So we can see the two paths here as well. So the dark path indicates the UPS is working on the online mode, and the dotted indicates, I'll tell you what that this dotted indicates in this double conversion online topology. So we can see here the dark path. The rectifier and inverter sections are directly connected to the main power supply, and hence there is no any transfer of transmission of power is happening. So the AC to DC conversion through rectifier and DC to AC conversion through inverter section is happening at the same time whenever the power is available. This is the reason we call this topology as a double conversion. It means both the conversion of the power from AC to DC and DC to AC is happening at the same time. Moreover, the load is directly connected to the inverter section of the UPS, which is directly connected to the battery section. So battery is continuously charging whenever there is a power cut without any delay in transmission. The battery is providing the backup to the inverter section of the UPS, which is finally given to the load. So the transfer time of double conversion online topology UPSs are 0 millisecond. This is the reason why we connect all our uh, servers or sensitive machines to this online conversion topology, because during transmission there will not be any delay. So there is no any chance of mishappening or tripping issue or anything. So that was regarding the topology of the UPS, back UPS topology or offline topology, the line interactive topology and the online topology. So you can see what all models are included in which kinds of topology. Yeah, so these are the product portfolio. So we will see in the coming slides what all models are included and their application also. So this is for APC. So product nomenclature, we already know the back APC starts with BE, BX, BR, and BVX. The line interactive starts with the SUA. The online starts with SRC was the older model, and SURT was the older model which has been discontinued right now. So currently we are working only with the SRV series online UPSs. So the model which ends with a UXI, so they are actually those UPS where we can use the third party batteries like Excite and Quanta, and the model we will see the RIL or IN model which are having a battery pack model, or what we will see in the coming slides. So starting with the backups, so these are the applications. So we can use it for our backup UPS requirement. We can use it for our basic desktop computers monitor audio video devices, personal computer, printer, small rating or basic printer or router, gaming console, televisions, smart speakers. So you can see the wide applications for this back UPS product portfolio. So this is the models we have within 600 and 1100. We have BX series. So 600 is having a one number of 7 Ah battery, and the BX 1100 is having a two number of 7 Ah of battery. So I am not sure whether you guys know or not, but you can see the runtime available on APC website for all internal battery and battery pack models. So whenever the customer asks you, so I want a 30 minutes backup or 10 minutes backup, you can refer the website, APC website. All the information are widely available. So you can pass this information to the customer on such and such load, you will get so much of backup. So all the models for BX, BR, every information about the runtime is available. So you can refer the APC website to get to know about the runtime of this particular model. So we all these are the important parameters of this UPS. Cold start capability. Cold start is nothing but the turn on the UPS on the battery mode. Automatic voltage regulation means AVR. So whenever there is a too much fluctuation or incorrect power supply, the AVR corrects this power supply up to some extent. So anyhow, this UPS is having a wide input range of 145 to 290, which is very high. So during this window of input voltage, if there is any fluctuation, or if the UPS is sensing 150 volt or 167 volt or 287 volt, in this window, the UPS will work perfectly okay on online mode, and it will not switch to battery mode. When this window voltage window will deviate from this range, either it's 144 or 291, then the UPS will turn on to the battery mode, indicating that I am not sensing the correct voltage. Provide me the correct power supply so that I can work properly. This is the another model. So BR 1000G and BR 1500G. So this is the one of the model. So the this BR 1000G and BR 1500G is having a two number of 9Ah of batteries, and it is also having options to connect BR24 BPG, which is a battery pack of 9Ah of 4 quantity for enhancement of the runtime. So we will see how this runtime increases for BR 1000G. So you can see the path where I am going to check the runtime of these models. So after clicking on show more options, we will get the view runtime, and see there are two graphs. So green indicates the runtime of the UPS with internal battery, and the blue graph indicates the runtime of the UPS with internal as well as one quantity of battery pack. So see, you can see on approx 250 of watt of load, the UPS with internal battery itself will give approx 23 minutes of backup. When we will connect one number of battery pack, that is BR24 BPG-IN, it will increase almost three times. It means it will give us approx 1 hour of backup. So you can see a wide range of backup will increase after connecting a battery pack to this models. So next one is BX 1000 and BX 2000 UXI. So these are the only models in the back UPS series which are external battery models. They do not have any batteries mounted internally, and it is having a very higher charger rating of up to 20 ampere. It means up to 200 Ah of batteries we can connect for very prolonged battery backup requirements. So suppose if any customer requirement is I want a backup on such kind of load for 6 to 8 hours of backup, then we can propose these models to the customers. Am I clear? So we are done with the back UPS. So this is the last BVX series. So we are having five models in it: 700, 900, 1200, 1600, and 2.2 kVA. So these two models, 1.2 and 1.6 kVA, are not for channel business. Otherwise, all these three models, 700, 900, and 2.2 kVA, are for channel business. So they are having the same backup offline and line topology, and for the basic requirements of home office entertainment application, modem, router, PC, desktop, smartphone, and music speakers, etc. So now coming back to the line interactive topology, we can see a little enhancement in the application. So we can use it for our basic servers, monitors, IP phones, PCs, routers, Wi-Fi extenders, business servers, CCTV camera, storage devices, peripherals, networking switches, point of sales terminals, and ATMs, etc. So these are the models we are having from 750 to 300 kVA. All our SUA or SULI models are line interactive models with a sine wave output. In Luminous, we will see a line integrative topology models with a stepped approximation sine wave. So they cannot be used for detail enhancement in the applications. So these SULI models can be used for our elevators applications, gaming, etc., ATMs, LCD, etc. So we will see here the online applications. So it's the double conversion online topology UPSs can be used for all our wide applications for our sensitive machines like safety alarms, warehousing, operator desk, CNC and PLC machines, industrial robots, emergency lighting, in telecommunication, transportation, manufacturing, and non-IT equipments also. So these are the product portfolio for SRV online UPSs. So we are having three category of this product portfolio. This is a standard model, extended runtime model, and UXI model. So standard model, it means the UPS which are having a internal battery inside, where we cannot connect any battery further for runtime enhancements. We call it as a standard model. So we are having only three models in it: SRV 1KL-IN, 2KL, and 3KL-N. So extended runtime model. So from 2 kVA to 10 kVA, we are having. Uh, in When we talk about a RIL model, it comes with a UPS as well as a battery pack part. So we are having from 2 kVA to 10 kVA. We will see the runtime of a this model also. So SRV 6K RIL. So we can see the five graphs or here in the website. So the first, the green indicates the UPS with the battery pack that comes with the UPS originally, and alternatively we can connect another four battery modules. So totally five battery modules can be connected in our SRV RIL models. For C on 2K approx 2 kilowatt of load, the SRV 6K will give approx 30 minutes of backup. When we will add one another battery pack of 240 VDC, it will give us a 1 hour backup. Another adding a battery pack will give a 1 hour 46 minute backup. Then 220 2 hour 26 minutes backup, and 3 hour 8 minutes backup. So for enhancement of the runtime, we accordingly we can offer the customers with the battery pack models and all. So another one is UXI model. So I have already stated in the beginning of this training session the models which ends with a UXI. It means we can use for our runtime enhancement application. So if any customer come ask you for 3 or 4 hour backup on a specific load, then we can offer these models to the customers. So 1 to 6 kVA is having a 8 ampere of internal charger. So practically we can connect up to 80 Ah, but since 80 Ah batteries are not readily available, then we can go for up to 100 Ah of batteries can be connected from 1 to 6 kVA. 10, 15, and 20 kVA is having a 13 ampere of internal charger. So practically we can connect till 130H, since 130H batteries are not readily available, so we can go up to 150Ah without any adding external charger to this UPS. So for runtime enhancement, we can use these models for our application. So these are the key features. So these are the basic eco mode, means economical mode. If you will turn on this mode, the UPS itself will consume less electricity for its own applications. Generator compatible, since this UPS is having a wide input range of 110 to 280 volt AC from 1 to 3 kVA up to 60% of load, and 110 to 300 volt AC from 5 to 10 kVA up to 60% of load. So it also complies with the generator compatibility application. So high power factor. So 1 and 3 kVA is zero point 0.8 power factor, 5, 6 and 10 kVA is unity power factor. Though 5 to 20 kVA UPS we can also configure from zero point 0.8, zero point 0.9 and unity power factor depending upon the requirement of the customer. All PCBs are environmentally robust. It means conformal coating is a chemical solution that is applied on the PCBs of the UPSs, which prevents the attack of moisture and temperature on it. So the life of this conformal coated PCBs are very high. So without conformal coated, if the PCB life is 2 to 3 years average, it lives increases after conformal coating up to increases up to 3 times, might be from 8 to 10 years and so on. So intelligent battery module. So all this information of the battery you can see on the display of the UPS. So over voltage cutoff devices. So if there will be any surge or will be attacked on this UPS, the OBCD card will save from further damage of the UPS as well as of the load. So high efficiency. So efficiency is whatever we are supplying the power to the UPS, and at the after completion of this process, what power it is giving us at the output. So efficiency of the 1 to 3 kV is 90%, and the efficiency of 6 to 10% is up to 94%. Input power factor correction. These are the communication ports. USB RJ45 serial 232 port. Then we also have SNMP, Modbus, and relay card options for this online UPS topology. This wide range input voltage I have already discussed with you. So another one is excellent power quality and performance. So it's a true double conversion. I have already discussed you the topology, why true or double conversion topology tells us. Then all these models are rack as well as tower convertible. So this is another model. So SURT, you might have seen the older model was SURT 15K UXI and 20K UXI. The older model has been redefined with a G, that is SURT 15K UXI G-IN and SURT 20K UXI G-IN. So it earlier model was zero point 0.9 power factor, but this model has been manufactured with unity power factor. So 15 kilo kVA UPS will give us 15 kilowatt of load to connect, and 20 kVA UPS will give us 20 kilowatt of load to connect with a unique feature of that four UPSs of SURT 15 and SURT 20 kVA can be connected on a single battery bank in the parallel mode. So suppose if any customer is willing to connect a very sensitive device, such as you can consider for any defense purpose or any server which is very costly of a bank or of a Indian Army or Indian Air Force, then they will be very much secure that my server should not be down. So these are for very high applications. So four UPSs can be connected on a single battery bank, so that if one or two UPS will fail, the complete will be shifted to the good working UPS. So see, I am having a separate uh, information for BVX 700 to 200 VA BVX series. So there is not much means application wise there is much difference. So we can the product power has been advanced. Earlier, it was a mindset that the offline UPS should or line iterative UPS should have up to 2 kVA, but requirement of the customers for wide applications or more peripherals can be connected to this UPS. So this series has been launched. So BVX series. So uh, application wise it is not much, so it protects for us from the surge application. It provides redefined power supply and instant power whenever there is a power cut. It provides the battery backup. So form factor look wise, it's look very handy. It's not much weight. So this is the technical specification of this UPS. So BVX, if I'll talk about the BVX, so it manufactured with a point 5 power factor. So 2.2 kV of the UPS will support us up to 1200 watt of load. So you can see here, so maximum 1.2 kilowatt of load can be connected to the BVS 2200 VO of the UPS. So it is having a line interactive topology with a stepped approximation to sine wave. So it's not pure sine wave. So we cannot use it for a sensitive devices. So for basic devices, obviously for workstation computers, routers, switches, we can use it. So transfer time is 4 to 8 millisecond typical. So I have already told that for line interactive, it will be for 3 to 4 milliseconds. So it is up to 4 to 8 milliseconds. We will consider up to 3 to 4 only. So USB charger is there. In earlier models, we have not seen any specification having a, USB charger. So you can see a USB charger on the front portion of the UPS. So this product was launched during the COVID time, where most of us were working from the home endlessly, and we required to charge our phones. So this UPS has been provided with a extra USB charger so that the our smartphones, tablets, iPads can be charged without consuming any port of our computer of our laptop. So it is having a 5 Indian sockets, 2.2 kVA. So this is the wide range 140 to 300 volt. So input circuit breaker of 15 ampere. So 15 ampere surge will be protected by this UPS. So it is having a 16 ampere Indian plug input connections. Output I have already given you 5 ampere, 5 number of Indian sockets. So number of batteries. So two number of batteries of 9 Ah are there in our 2.2 kVA. These are the typical backup on 50% load. We will get approx 6 minutes of backup, and on 75% of load we will get approx 1.9 minutes of backup. But I'll prefer you to go to the runtime to check how much maximum backup we can get on the specific load. So surge protection, actually the surge is a part of or a kind of energy that is measured in joule. So surge rating of this UPS is 255 joule. So up to 255 joule of energy through surges, it will be protected. So there is not much to explain in this model. So audible noise tolerance of this UPS is 45 dB at 1. So it's BIS approved, and 2 years warranty on the UPS and 1 year on the internal battery. Hope I am clear, guys.